So today's topic is all about Google business pages, or maybe you know it better as Google My Business, or maybe you know it better as Google Places, or even if you've never heard of it, you've definitely seen it somewhere on the internet because when you search for a local business, that's one of the top results. And so it can be really helpful for small businesses to have your business listed there. And that's what I want to talk about today is how to manage it, what it is, and how to get the most out of it for your small business. So whether you know it as Google Local, which I think is how it started, Google My Business, Google Business Pages, Google Maps is another version that you might know about. Whatever you want to call it, it's a free tool that helps you manage how your business shows up online. And obviously, as a small business owner, you want to take control of how your business is showing up, how people are finding you. It's beneficial to your local traffic, meaning people finding you locally and coming to your physical shop. It can feel kind of intimidating to set up. So we're going to talk about how to do it, why you need to do it, and how to keep it updated and optimized for the best results. One of the things that's really helpful about Google Business Pages is that once it's set up, it just requires a little bit of maintenance. It's not even as hard to maintain as, say, your Instagram or your Facebook or other social media platforms. The best way to find it, if you have not come across it yet or you don't have it already set up, is to Google Google Business Profile, and it should come up really easily for you. You can sign in, you can set up your account, and you can get started. My best advice for this kind of thing is we want to fully optimize it, meaning if there is a box that you can fill out, if there is a photo you can add, if there's more information that you can give, we want to do that so that it is as completely filled out as possible and as completely optimized as possible to get you the best results. So don't skip on information, fill out every box that you can. Really treat it as if it was another place for you to list your business, because that's kind of what it is. When it comes to adding photos, you want to make sure that your photos are bright, they are attractive, because for some users, this is going to be their first exposure to your business. So we want to make a really good first impression. Make sure that these are the kind of photos that you would want somebody to see if they were thinking about shopping with you or checking you out. Google has also added options to add if you are a veteran owned business, a women owned business, an LGBTQ owned business. If you are one of those types of businesses, make sure that you're adding that as well. It can help you come up in searches when people are searching for those kinds of businesses. When you add your logo, make sure that it is clear, it is crisp, it is a really good quality image, and that it is actually your current logo. I've actually seen Google business page listings that had blurry logos, that had outdated logos, so that when you went to their website or their other social media, they didn't match. It can cause some confusion among users. So we want to make sure it's really easy for them to connect who you are, where you are, and what you do. If you have a brick and mortar location, meaning you have a physical shop where people come, adding photos of the outside of your building can be really helpful for people coming to see you so they can actually see what your storefront looks like when they're coming to shop with you. And in that same vein, if you've moved locations, if your business has changed locations, make sure that you're removing those old images of what the outside of your building looks like, because again, that can cause confusion for people who are coming to try to give you money. And we want to make that easy for them. When it comes to writing your business description, make sure that you're thinking about the words and phrases that your audience might use to search for you. Basically, the more complete your business listing is, the easier it is for people to find you, the more legit your business looks, and the better it is going to be for you in the long run. You can also add products and services to your Google business page, kind of like a little storefront. It is kind of a hassle to do that, but it makes it easier for people to see what you have. It makes it easier for them to see that you're a legit business. And it also helps build trust, because I think that most users don't realize that the small businesses are in control of these Google business listings. We know it as business owners, we know it, but I think a lot of searchers probably don't know that. And so the more information that you give, the more filled out your profile looks, the more photos you have, the more legit you look as a business, and that's better for you. At this point, I've mentioned several times how important it is to fill out this profile as much as you can. One of the reasons is that because the people who are going to be seeing this profile, for the most part, are brand new to you. So this is your chance to make a really great first impression on a potential new customer. If you own a restaurant, I highly suggest taking advantage of the opportunity to list your menu items rather than just taking a photo of your menu and adding that to the images. It's just not a great user experience. Most people who are searching for restaurants are probably doing it from their mobile device, which means that you are asking them to look at a tiny, tiny, tiny image that could be blurry, it could be dark, it could not be a good image overall. So list your menu items instead of just having a photo of your menu, because they're going to have a better idea of what you're actually offering. Once your profile is fully set up and optimized and authenticated, the next thing to think about is what kind of content you're going to share here, how you're going to keep it updated, and also getting reviews, because reviews, just like adding photos, just like fully optimizing your profile, making sure that your Google business listing also has reviews helps you seem like a legitimate business. It helps build trust, and that is incredibly important. One of the habits you'll want to get into is regularly requesting reviews from customers. You'll also want to get in the habit of thanking the people who have left you a good review. But what about bad reviews? And I know so many business owners worry about those bad reviews, and they can be really intimidating and it can be really frustrating. If you receive a bad review, it's okay. It happens to everybody. Respond to the review calmly and clearly without being negative. That is incredibly important. If somebody is still unhappy and they are combative, try to move it off of a public platform, because actually at the end of the day, Google business pages are a public platform. And again, everybody's going to be able to read your response. So if it is going to get heated, or if there is a challenging thing that needs to be resolved, try to take it to email so that you can resolve it privately. The other benefit of resolving these kinds of complaints through email is it gives you a paper trail so that if you need to follow up with something, if somebody needs documentation, it's easier to do than on a public platform. Remember that reviews are there essentially forever. If somebody is unhinged and very combative and you respond calmly and clearly, anybody who sees that review now or 3 years from now will see that you are calm and responsive and trying to solve the issue. However, if you get spicy and combative back to somebody who left you a bad review, everybody's going to see that too. And they may just decide that the drama or the potential of having a bad experience with your business isn't something that they're interested in. One of the things that can help your Google business page stay top of mind and get more traffic is to update it regularly. So once you've optimized it, plan to update it about once a week. And in fact, you can repurpose content that you're sharing on other social media platforms to Google business pages. You can also add offers, you can add coupons, you can add discounts, you can add events. There's a lot that you can do with it. Just get in the habit of updating it about once a week. And again, this isn't like social media. So you're not necessarily going to have followers who are seeing this content. This is just for people who are finding you for the very first time, for the most part, and also to help keep Google happy that you're updating your profile, because that's something that they want us to do. You can also look at competitors to see how they've optimized their profile, what kinds of content they're sharing, just to make sure that you're not missing anything. Google Business Profile will also send you monthly reports so you can see what people are clicking on, how many people visited your site, what search terms they are using to find you. To wrap up, filling out your Google profile does take some time. It does take some effort, but once it's done, for the most part, it's set up and you don't have to worry about it, other than doing those regular updates and responding to reviews. That's all I have for you today. If you've had success with Google Business Profile, tell me in the comments. I would love to hear what your experience is.